Whenever I make a video about or a post or anything about SEO, one of the questions I get asked is how can I get started making money with SEO quickly? Ultimately, SEO is not a get rich quick or even make money quick, but there are 3 ways that I know of that you can start making money the same day that you start. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to get started with SEO and make money today. So let's dive into that presentation and get started. Like I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about the 3 ways to make money with SEO that you can do today. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend thinking of SEO in this way. SEO is a long-term investment. It's a long-term traffic strategy, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a way to make money quickly in most cases. However, there are ways you can go about making money with it in the very same day that you start. So we're going to talk about that today really quickly. So the first one is client SEO. Now, for those of you that watched yesterday's video, you may be thinking, what's he talking about? He kind of bagged on client SEO and said it was a terrible offer, and I did, and I was right. And by the way, when I say terrible offer, I don't mean that SEO is a bad service or something you shouldn't offer or anything like that. What I mean is that it is the way you present it to a client, it does not make it an offer that sells itself. So you have to be very skilled at sales in order to present it in a way that shows the benefit of it to a potential client. And most people in SEO aren't. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying it's not a great offer. That's a bit of a tangent, but the great thing about client SEO is that you are one phone call away, one email, one text message, outreach message, however you go about getting your clients. And if you'd like me to do more videos on client getting, I can do that, but you are one contact away from having a 500,000, 2,000, 5,000, whatever it is you charge per month client paying you for SEO. Now, if you don't know how to do SEO, you probably don't want to sell it to begin with, but you can. You just need to find a good outsourcing partner, someone you can white label it to, someone that can do the work for you, or have a business partner or some way of fulfilling those results, because you are taking someone's business in your hands. So you need to be able to make sure you get them results. But the number one way to go from having zero money to a good amount of money today with SEO is client SEO. The next way is to sell SEO services on Legiit.com. Legiit.com, as you know, is a marketplace for lots of different digital services, but SEO is one of our highest selling categories. In fact, let's take a look at it. So this is Legiit.com. It's a marketplace for freelancers and digital services and things like that. In full disclosure, for those of you that watch this and don't know, I do own this. So, take that for whatever, but I just want to make sure that I have full disclosure. And as you can see, SEO is probably our best selling category. So you can come in here and you can see all sorts of different SEO services that you can offer. And they sell very, very well. We have people making full-time livings doing this. We have people making side hustle money, and we have everything in between. People making, $5 a month, $6 a month, whatever it is, up to people making, 6 figures a month with it. So it depends on how big you want to go with it. But this type of selling has led to everything else I have: the clients, the training, the software, the marketplace, everything stemmed from selling these sorts of SEO services, and you can do that too. And the good thing is you throw up whatever service it is that you decide to do, and make sure you know how to do something, but you can go ahead and list it on here, whether it's backlinks, whether it's keyword research, whatever it is that you know how to do, Google Maps, and you just throw it on here. Use some of the tools we provide you to get some traffic and make your first sales. That's another way, in my opinion, the best way to go about getting paid today with SEO. And even if you're doing the other methods that we're talking about in this video or elsewhere on the channel, you should still do this, because it can lead to so many bigger things. Like this gentleman here, he has turned it into his full-time agency. Like he works with some big agencies providing press releases and other types of PR. And he has used this site to generate leads for him, and he, makes money with it himself. So this is the next way to make money with SEO today, is to sell SEO services on Legiit.com. The third way is, and this is a bit of a cheat, but is to buy an already monetized website that's ranking in Google and getting traffic from Google. You may think that this is not really SEO, and in a sense, it's not in that somebody else has done the SEO, but you're still making money with SEO. And this is a perfectly valid model. This is what wealthy people do. They buy assets that are already making money, and then they either make them make more money or they just recoup their investment over time. So this is a perfectly valid way to make money with SEO today. You just go to a site. Let's take a look. You can come to a couple of different sites. There may be others, but these are the two I'm going to talk about. The first is Flippa.com. This is kind of like a marketplace for websites. And as you can see, some of them get quite expensive, but they're going to tell you how much money they're making, what they are ranked for, and any kind of history that you have on any of them. And you just invest in it and you start making it. So like this one is $16,000. Obviously that's a lot of money to plop down, but it makes $16.30 profit per month. So in less than a year, you're making profit, and that's assuming you don't do anything to increase the amount of profit that you make from it. So you're buying an asset that's already going to start paying itself back on day one. So that's the next way. And then another similar site is Empire Flippers. This one is a bit, in my experience anyway, a bit higher end. So it's not for everyone. As you can see, some of their prices get up into the millions, but again, if this is a perfectly valid way, and this is what wealthy people do, they invest in assets that grow over time. So this is another way to do that, is to buy SEO sites. And if you don't want to, it's not necessarily making money today, but you can also get a fully monetized site made for you with a service like this one. I bought one of these recently. I'm very happy with what I got. I'll be documenting that very, very soon, but I'll leave a link to this as well. But that's, again, this isn't technically making money today. This is having a site that will eventually start making money, but this is kind of like a done for you type service where these are already monetized and already making money. So that's way number 3 to start making money with SEO today. Buy a site that's already ranking and already bringing in revenue. So let's hop back into the presentation. All right, just to recap really quickly, we talked about the 3 ways to make money with SEO today. We talked about how that's not necessarily the approach you should be taking to SEO, but it still can be done. So the first way was client SEO, selling SEO services to local and national businesses who will pay you that day. That's the way to get a lot of money quickly, more than any of the others. The best, most long-term way, and probably the fastest way, and the one that will scare people the least because you don't have to necessarily cold call or anything like that, is to sell SEO services on Legiit.com. And then the third way is to buy a monetized site on a site like Flippa or Empire Flippers, or to just get one built for you on Legiit.com. If you need some quick resources, all of this will of course be in the description of this video, but you can visit Legiit.com, sign up for free. If you need to get more stuff done, or if you want to make some money doing SEO or anything else digital, that's the place to go. If you want to learn SEO, including how to sell those clients and how to fulfill for those clients we talked about, just visit learnhowtorank.com. If you'd want to subscribe and get more videos like this, you can just click the subscribe button below this, or visit chrismwalker.tv. And then if you're interested in buying websites, those sites that I recommended are Flippa and Empire Flippers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be back with another one tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what the topic is going to be. If you have any suggestions, I'm always open to those. And if you think that this video sucked, I'd love to hear that too. If you think I've left out some methods or some of the things I said are wrong, love to hear any of your feedback in the comments below. So I'll respond to most of them, at least within the first couple of days, and then later I'll go back and try to catch up with them as well. So appreciate you guys watching. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Peace.